Hello and welcome to SpaceEngine Exploration. I hope you've all had a great week. This is one of the preset locations. Whoa. What am I looking at? I mean, it's obviously Earth, but why is it so bright? Whoa, it's even worse. What? Okay. What? But why? What's going on? Okay, so the game's restarted, and now the moon looks normal. Thank goodness. Anyways, as I was saying, I hope you've all enjoyed your week. It's been an eventful week for me. I tried to catch that aurora that was going on because I've been hearing that like people were seeing it all the way as low as like Texas, and that's insane. So at like 1 a.m., like the second day that solar storm hit, I tried to I did like a 60-mile adventure to see if I could see the aurora, and unfortunately, like I brought all my camera gear and everything. I was gonna make a video of it, but unfortunately I was not able to see it. I followed a map to try to get away from light pollution as much as possible, but even when I got out there, like, yeah, no, you couldn't see anything with your naked eye. I tried setting up some long exposures facing north, and nothing was showing up on my cameras, but I did get these lovely photos of the Milky Way galaxy, which I will show on screen right now. It's a bit of a shame, because I was going to make a video out of it, and that's what I would be posting right now, but instead I'm recording this. All I got was some nice stills, didn't really get much footage of anything. But it was really cool just to be out there and be able to see so many stars with my naked eye. I mean, it's a shame. I've never seen the aurora myself. I've only ever really seen, you know, photos, videos, whatever. I've never seen it, like, personally. And it's like one of those events that only happens like maybe once a decade, every 2 decades or so, at least closer to the equator. But hopefully soon enough I can get some cool videos out that are a little bit more than just SpaceEngine. But speaking of SpaceEngine, let's go ahead and move on to some of the things that I have found in SpaceEngine. Okay, so this is a planet I found earlier this evening. It is a gas giant with a beautiful ring system. Let's go ahead and zoom out here. And what's interesting about this gas giant is that on the equator here, you can see it shifts tones. So the top half of it is orange and the bottom half is blue. I don't really know what would cause that. At first I thought like, oh, maybe it's something to do with it being like tidally locked, but it's not tidally locked. Maybe because of the way it rotates, some of the gases are going this way, some are going the other way, in opposing directions. But I'm not too sure. I mean, it's your standard gas giant. It's consisting of like hydrogen and helium, but for some reason it just has this very unique color pattern. I just found it to be interesting because I've not seen something like this in SpaceEngine before. This is a very unique looking planet. Okay, so here's the next thing I found. Also another gas giant. As you can see, we're on a moon of the gas giant. Oh, looks like we just got eclipsed by the gas giant too. Give it just a moment here and get the light back on it. As you can see, we are orbiting a blue main sequence star, so all the lighting is blue tinted. You can see on this Terra here, there is active volcanoes. But that's not the main attraction. If we go ahead and zoom out here, you can see This gas giant is a very saturated purple color. At first I thought it was a brown dwarf, but then I noticed rings, and rings don't typically generate around brown dwarfs in this game. And I just found it to be really cool looking. Look at that, you can see the kind of a flare coming off of the atmosphere there. I wonder if the rocks that are making up the rings also have a blue color to them, or if that's just purely the lighting. That is such a weird effect, especially when you're getting low frames like I am right now. They look kind of white. It's just the blue tint from the star's lighting that's giving them a blue appearance. That is such a weird transition. Can't imagine that looks too great doing this with YouTube's awful compression. Let's go ahead and check out this little moon over here. Oh, that's weird. Looks like a, I don't know, pot sticker, a pierogi. That is a weird looking little asteroid. Let's go ahead and touch down on it. Nope, it seems my laptop's fan is hit warp drive. It is loud. Probably hear that in the background. I'll just cover it up with music. So that's strange. There's like a trailing effect even though the rocks are not like rendered. It's because I'm close enough to the ring, I guess, to where it's still trying to render them. And just like the other gas giant, this one also is comprised of helium and hydrogen. Okay, so on to our next planet here. We have a tidally locked planet orbiting very close to its parent star. But what I found interesting about this planet is when you remove the cloud layer, it's just a ball of water. You can see it does have auroras and stuff going on. Yeah, it's just an ocean world with a thick cloud layer. And if we speed this up a bit, you can see the clouds just circle around the planet itself. Another thing I found kind of interesting is it's not frozen on the other side. Older versions of the game pretty much always, even if it was like ridiculous temperatures, would have a polar cap that basically covers like an entire hemisphere of the planet. I don't really see that often in the newer versions, which, I mean, makes some sense. I would think like passively, just if one side of the planet is very hot, like just currents would churn that hot air to the other side of the planet and melt that ice, but hard to say. Because like Mercury, for example, is very cold on the side where it's not facing the sun, but it also doesn't really have an atmosphere to balance and regulate all of that heat and distribute it around all parts of the planet. Okay, and moving on to our last planet of the video. Here is a desert world. Inside a volcano. Inside of a globular cluster that is above the Milky Way. Can't see it from this angle though. There's one of the Magellatic clouds, so that means the Milky Way is probably off in this direction. Oh man, it's so hard to tell because these stars are so bright though. Oh, I collided with the planets. Oh, there it is. There's the Milky Way. You can see it back there. Very faintly though, because these stars are much brighter than it. There you go. That's better once you zoom in. There's nothing too crazy unique about this planet. I just found it to look really cool. Because in the earlier versions of the game, globular clusters were not this bright and crazy looking. So if we touch down within the atmosphere, it's like, yeah, that's your night sky. That is crazy. Just seeing thousands and thousands of stars this close to you. Okay, so we got blue skies, but as you can tell, much like the star that we're orbiting around, these are standing out even in the daytime. And that is crazy. Let's go ahead and turn up the magnitude. Let's see how intense we can get this. There we go. Imagine seeing that during the day. What's this? Oh. Oh, that's a black hole. I could tell it's a black hole because of the way the stars just popped in right after. Yep, there's the black hole right there. Let's see if we can zoom all the way into it. Use our FOV telescope here and get it to pop in, possibly? Oh. There it is. You can't actually see it, but this circle here is like the edge of where it would start refracting light. When I zoom in, you can see it takes up the entire screen. And that's the farthest I can zoom. Let's go ahead and go over to it. Whoa. And there you go. Now you can see it. Oh, you can see a little bit of the accretion disk as well. And because of the magnitude turned up so much. Oh wow. Well, okay. Yeah. Turning up the magnitude inside of a globular cluster. It looks crazy. Oh. I don't think earlier versions of the game would have been able to handle this, but I guess there was some kind of optimizations going on that made this possible. But you could see so many stars inside the Milky Way galaxy, and all these glowing colors are like nebulas and stuff. That is crazy. Well. Whoa. Yeah. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave it a like, subscribe, comment. If you have any suggestions, such as planets I should visit, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.